Hey everybody, I'm Amy from BodyFit by Amy, and this is your Dumbbell Power Metcon workout. This is a full body workout using dumbbells. If you have a few options of weights, keep them close by. Otherwise, just use what you've got. We're gonna be working with some back to basic strength and adding some power, all of it involving metabolic conditioning or Metcon, keeping your heart rate up. Of course, I'll give you lots of different options to work to your level. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's start just by getting our bodies warm. You're gonna march and pump those arms. We're just gonna get the blood flowing, get the heart rate up, get our body's core temperature up, and get your energy up, get you ready to move. Let's roll those shoulders. So we'll do a few mobility movements and movement prep before we jump in with our weights. You can see behind me I have 3 sets of dumbbells. I have my 20s, my 15s, and my 10-pound dumbbells. If you don't have all those options, don't worry, just use what is available to you. And I encourage you to go heavy. Let's take those arms across, big swings, opening it up right here. And then we're gonna bring our hands behind the head. You're gonna take it into a squat, sit low, and then drive the hips back into a hinge. So squat and hinge. Having the hands behind the head is gonna help keep that back flat, keep the chest open, right through here. So what we're doing today, everything is building as we go, so you can always keep it back to basics. We're gonna be adding on to a back to basics exercise and then adding a little power. 3 rounds of 30-second intervals. That last one is gonna be your highest intensity. From here, let's put your hands right on top of the legs and let's do standing roll through cat-cow right here. So that last 30 seconds is gonna be a little more power, adding power, also getting the heart rate up. That's where our metabolic conditioning comes in. And take those hands on the ground if you can, or keeping them here. And we're just gonna drop in the hips and extend up so you get that stretch through that little squat. You don't have to be all the way down if that's not right for you, but we're also getting a stretch in the back as we go. If you can from here, we're gonna inchworm those hands out and walk it back. If that's not right for you, you can take it down to the knees, or you can just keep it up top at a little hinge and then walk your hands back up. But you can walk out to the knees and bring it back. We love the inchworm as a warm up because we get that stretch through our back, we get our upper body warmed up and ready to go. We get our lower body, and breathe. So, metabolic conditioning, exactly like it sounds, we're getting conditioning with our strength training. So if you can, join me down here. You can be on your knees or on your toes. And we're gonna take it back into a child's pose, reach through. So a little thread the needle, back up top. Right through here. So by the nature of this workout, how we're gonna work in 3 rounds, but back to back and build the intensity, we're gonna be getting that metabolic conditioning. But then after that last round of 30 seconds, you get a full 30-second break because I want you to recover before we get back into it. 1 more each side. And here. And then from here, we're gonna rotate so you can either come from the high plank or stay on the knees. Take it to one side, opening up through the core, opening up through the spine, getting some support and movement through our upper and lower. Again, you can stay on the knee. Maybe that's better for you, especially in a warm-up, but up to you. Open up, and here. And walk those hands back. Whatever you need to do to slowly roll it up, taking your time right through here. Let's take those knees across. All right, so finishing with a little bit of cardio, and again, just movement through our upper and lower body and that core. So as we start in this workout, we're gonna start slow, and then we will build our way up with each exercise. I'm gonna be talking you through each one, and we're gonna start with 1 heavy dumbbell. So go ahead and grab it. I'm gonna go with my 20s. We're gonna start with a side lunge. So we're gonna sit deep into the side lunge and push up out of it. Then we're gonna add a row at the bottom. Then we're gonna add some power with a high pull. I'll talk you through it. Starting with just your side lunge to one side, Here we go, 30 seconds. Sit deep and push out of it. So I want you to really sit into the hip, shift your weight to that side. Remember, this side lunge is a little bit like a squat or lunge motion with that leg, but you're also getting a hinge, driving your hips to the back, chest comes forward. What we're gonna add is, if that crossover weight, we're gonna add a bent over row. So you can turn your body into it, or you can turn your dumbbell. But looks like this. Watch me one time. And join me. Here we go. Step into it, flat back row, push out of it. So you're gonna hang a little deeper, little lower into that lunge, a little longer. And then when we add the power in about 15 seconds, we're gonna add a high pull. If that doesn't feel right for you, I just want you to pop out of that with some power. So watch me one time. Here's your high pull, side lunge, row, step up, high pull. So you gotta use some power. Let's do it, 30 seconds. Here, and up. I know you might have a heavy one like me, so use the power. We won't get very many. Down, row, right here, and up. 10 seconds. Can you get 2 more good ones? Last one. And relax. All right, team, so set that weight down to the side. Whatever side you weren't going to, set your weight over there so you know. I know I was stepping right. Next time I'm gonna step left. Before I get to that next round, catch your breath. We're gonna take it to a windmill. Now, we're gonna keep that same arm working. We're gonna start with a windmill, high and low dumbbell. If you wanna just do a low dumbbell, you can. Then we're gonna do a windmill with a little press, and then we're gonna add a side knee. I'm gonna go 15 on the bottom, 10 on the top. Join me here. Here we go. So 1 up, 1 down, little hinge, and then bring it here. So we're using this time to catch our breath. We're gonna get back to that side lunge on the other side in just a minute. Spotting the weight at the top, and it's a small hinge. Again, if holding the weight at the top is not right for you, just keep the weight at the bottom. That's okay. We love the windmill because it's a lot of core stabilization, and side abs, but also shoulders. Speaking up, take it here. We're gonna bring it down, wrap it in, press it up, windmill. Bring it in, press it up. Even if you don't have the weight, just do that motion with body weight, all right? We're primarily going for abs and core on this, but also getting the shoulder as well. One more. And let's set that heavy bottom weight down. Watch me. Press and knee. Press, side knee. If you need to, press with 2, side knee. Doesn't matter. So we get arms and abs while we give our legs a little break, and back, and knee. Pull it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Catch your breath. So I'm gonna set these to the other side for now, knowing that's where we're gonna be. So catch your breath. Back to the side lunge. We'll grab that heavy weight. This time we're stepping this way. Side lunge. Then we've got side lunge row for your back. Then we're taking it side lunge row, power off, and high pull. So use the power from here to lift that high pull up. If you don't want to do the high pull, that's okay. Let's start with the side lunge. Let's do it. Here we go. Push off out of it. Yes, you can. So feel that heart rate. So again, that's what we mean by metabolic conditioning, Metcon. Keeping the heart bumping, even though we are getting strength training. And we're not going super fast. We're not going high impact, but we're keeping the heart rate up because of the format, right? We got 5 seconds. Let's add our row. Here we go. Down, flat back row, and push up out of it. Here we go. Down, flat, and up. Yes, you can. up. Whew, 10 seconds here. Can you get maybe 2 more solid ones, nice and strong? Now let's add the high pull. Here we go. So adding some power. Side lunge, row, push out of it, high pull. Woo! This one's gonna be harder for me. I know, a snatch would almost be easier, right? But we're gonna go high pull. So you really gotta use the power. If that's too heavy for you, you can always go lighter, but like that, right? But you can also just take it out of it. Let's get one more. All right, set that weight behind you, out of the way. All right, team, so same arm is working up high. So now we're going windmill. Now we're doing press and windmill. And then we'll take it press and knee, taking the windmill out of it. So heavier on the bottom. If you wanna keep a weight up top, I know that shoulder's feeling it. That's intentional. Let's get ready. 3, 2, 1. Arms and core. Now this one for me, I have a little less stability, so I have to be a little more careful, right? If I'm not feeling stable with it, I'm just gonna set the weight down and do it here, right? Or set the weight down completely. And bring it up. Woo. Yes. Right here. One more. Then we're gonna add the press. So wrap it in, press it up, windmill. If that's too many parts, just keep doing what you're doing. Or just do the press. You can go ahead and take the windmill out. Strong. Yes. Whoo. Boom. Last one. And breathe. All right, team, set that weight down. Here we go. Press, side knee. Press, side knee. Press. You can take it nice and slow. If it feels too much, take it between 2 hands. Up. I know, I'm feeling it too. I hope you are. Up and in. Finish strong. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, breathe. Oh, shake it out, team. Woo! That was your first circuit. Keeping it simple, right? Right side, left side. Lower and upper, upper and core. Let's grab a quick sip of water. All right, team, on to circuit 2. We're gonna start with a hinge pattern. We've got our kickstand deadlift. We'll add a lunge. And when we get to our power portion, we're gonna take it to a swing. So you can have a skier swing with 2, 1 dumbbell swing in the middle, or you can keep the deadlift. So all lower body in this first one, but we'll get right side, left side. We'll get some bicep curls in between, a cross curl, and then a chop curl each side. That's where our power is, and then a clean and a press. All right, so start with your heavies if you got them. We're gonna put 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. So it's a kickstand deadlift. Watch me, my shoulders are back. Hinge, stand up. We'll add a lunge and then a swing. Let's get set in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Kickstand deadlift. Kickstand is just like it sounds. This back foot is just a kickstand. It's just giving you a little balance. You're bending in both knees, but it's not a lunge. It's not a squat. It's a hinge. Drive the hips to the back. Stand up straight. Yes. Here and up. Here and bring it up. Yes, you can. All right, we're gonna keep this movement, but we're gonna step that kickstand back into a lunge. Watch me one time. Hinge and lunge. Step it in. Here we go. And by the way, we're gonna stop and get set for our swing before we do that swing. So let's finish this 30-second round strong. Then we give our hands a break from these weights while we prep for our swing. We're gonna, like we normally do, we're gonna give ourselves time to set up in a swing. We're not gonna rush it. Yes. Here and up. 5 seconds. Can you get one more? All the way through. Woo! All right, team, set those weights down for a second. So if you've never done a swing before, you can either go back to the kickstand or a deadlift from here. Now, here are your options. You can have one dumbbell in the center, regular swing, or a skier swing, or if you're really feeling spicy, kickstand swing, all right? I'm gonna do a kickstand, but certainly if it's new to you, take it here in the center or keep your deadlift. All right, so we're getting a swing done. Let's get set. We're gonna hinge it. You're gonna swing it. 3, 2, 1, power. Let it drop. And again, if this kickstand swing is foreign to you, take it 2 feet side by side, 2 dumbbells. Drive it up. I know. I feel it too. Nice and strong. You gotta really use the back of the legs. This is your power. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing, relax. I know. Catch your breath, team. Heart rate is up. Are you feeling it? I know I am. Let's set those weights to the other side to remind us we're gonna go kickstand this way. All right, before we get that, we're gonna take it cross curl. So medium to heavy dumbbells. I'm gonna go with my 10s because I know how everything is feeling in this moment. Whew. Right here. All right, across your body, across your body. Then we're gonna take it each side with a chop. I'll talk you through it once we go. Here we go, cross curl. Now, there's a reason we structured it this way, right? So your legs get a break, your heart rate can come down, but your body is still working. That is the idea behind Metcon. You get a break from one thing while you work something else, so we can make the most of our time, but not burn out those muscles or be so fatigued we don't have good form. All right, here we go. Watch me here, team. I'm gonna give you a little breather. To the side, across your body. So you're going here to here. If it feels better to have one dumbbell, maybe something heavier, hip to shoulder, right? Chop and curl. Let's try 2 if we can. We're gonna get each side for 3, 2, 1. Chop, curl, down and up. So we're getting the chop motion, but not from the shoulders. We're getting the chop from the torso, right? A lot of core and upper today. Chop from the torso, and then bringing the weights across his biceps. I know, I feel it too. 10 seconds. We'll set them down in between. I know, this is a lot. Chop and curl. And breathe, set them down. So that's our power, all right? We're getting chop. Normally when we do a chop, we move from the shoulders and the torso. This is torso and then biceps. If you feel better with one dumbbell, you can take it onto that other side. But let's get other side, chop, curl in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Chop and curl. So you're keeping it close to your body, thinking curl and twist hip to shoulder, right? As if you were throwing something over your shoulder. Guys are gonna have to let me know in the comments. I think this is maybe one of the first times we've done this in a video. And let me know how you feel. We've probably done something similar. If you've been with me a while, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, set those weights down. It is time, shake them out, little taps out right here. All right, just stretch out those biceps, thumbs to the back. We're taking it to the other side. We've got our kickstand deadlift. We've got our kickstand into a lunge, and then you can either do a kickstand swing, a skier swing, or a deadlift or regular swing. All right, too many things, I know. But let's put 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, kickstand deadlift. Here we go. Stand up straight. And breathe. Hinge and up. Push up out of the heel. Shoulders back, I know. Front leg, it's a hinge. I know it's tempting to get right into that lunge, but make them different. Now, let's add our lunge. Here we go. Hinge, step it back, lunge, step it in. Yes! Drive it up. And here. Shoulders back. We got 5 seconds and we're giving our hands a break before we get into that swing. Yes, team. Woo! Set them down. Ha! There is that heart rate. I don't know about you, but mine is up. All right, team. So again, you can just do a regular deadlift or kickstand. You can do a skier swing like this, or dumbbell swing in the middle. Or if you want to try that kickstand swing, if you've done swings in the past, you're familiar with this kickstand, try it. Otherwise, something in between. Let's get set. You're gonna drive it up, lock it out. Front leg has the work. In 3, 2, let it drop. Lock it out, let it drop. Power. So, on a regular swing, we have 2 feet giving us that power. So if that feels better for you, go for it. If you want a little instability, if you want that challenge, if it's right for you, take it here. Be where you are today. Ha! I know. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing and relax. Oh, pedal those feet. It's harder with dumbbells in some ways, right? Catch your breath, team. All right, set those weights to the side. We're taking it down on the mat to finish this out. Now, if you have a bench, you notice I have a bench behind me. You don't have to use it, but if you have one, you can. We're getting triceps. So again, medium or something a tiny bit lighter. So I'm gonna go with my 10s just because that's where I am today, and that's okay. We're taking it down. Watch me here. We're gonna start just with the weights up, and our feet are going to be lowering down one at a time, leg lower. Then we're gonna hold it down in that hollow hold and just do triceps. Then we're gonna put them together, all right? That's your power. Everything coming in, everything coming out. So meet me on the mat or the bench. We're gonna be here. Find that good, put your weights together maybe. And we're gonna start just lowering the feet down one at a time. So I want you to do a little tuck of the pelvis. Let's really get our core set up for success. Zip up the core. You're not holding your breath. You're not sucking in, but you are bringing the hips towards the ribs. Close the rib cage, button up the ribs at the top. Lift on that pelvic floor. Lower down one at a time. Here we go. So one at a time, but you're not just letting your feet drop, right? You're controlling it with your core. And as you bring your legs in, think about squeezing the inner thighs together, right? And lifting, almost like you're lifting your feet towards the ceiling, right? Now we have 10 more seconds. If your core needs a break, you can set those feet down. If you can, we're gonna keep them in that tabletop and go into tries. Here we go, tabletop, bring those arms back. Tricep extension. I like to do a little turn of my palms at the top. You don't have to do that. If that weight is too heavy, just take it one dumbbell between 2 hands. And another option is just to take a close grip press. Maybe you don't feel comfortable going over your head. Bring those elbows right down your side and press them up. 10 seconds here, and then we're gonna add the leg lower. Trying to put the feet together, but if you wanna go one at a time, that works too. Everything at the top. Here we go. Down for 2, up with power for 2. So still controlled, but I really want you to think about that core power in the center. If that's not right for you, just keep your feet down and just do the triceps. You got it. And up. Oh man, 10 seconds, triceps are feeling it. Whoo! Breathe. And up. Last one. And breathe. And relax. Woo! Set those weights down to the side. Open up. Let's grab some water. Team. All right, here we go. Grab a sip of water. I know. right here. Cheers, y'all. So, going into this last circuit, and this is gonna be a bonus circuit, all right? So, if you're short on time, you need to be done now, go for it. We covered it all. We got our lunges, our squat patterns, our hinge patterns, our push, our pull. We got some core. Now, we're gonna have a little bonus circuit. This first one is only gonna have 2 rounds. So if you have a step or a bench, we're gonna start with a step up. With or without dumbbells, your choice. Stepping up for 30, slowly down, and then power drive the knee up, slowly down. Right and left, 30 and 30, 30 and 30. If you don't have a bench or something you can step up on comfortably, you're just gonna do a reverse lunge. Lunge it down, step it up, or lunge and then knee. All right, so up to you. I'm gonna try to go with my heavies. Make sure that you have space. Again, reverse lunge or step up, does not matter, but whole foot on, drive up through that front heel, slow on your way down. Let's do it. So this first round especially, take it nice and slow. Again, no worries if you don't have a bench. I just want to give you that option, right? Totally fine. Lunge and up. If you've been doing my workouts for a while, you know I love a reverse lunge, right? So totally fine. I just know some of you have let me know that you have a bench and you are ready to use it. Here we go, so a little bit of power. Down, drive the knee up if you can. If you wanna do this, no weights. If you'd rather have the power or one weight, you can do that. Either way, whoo, burn. Don't worry, team, we're gonna get down. Yes. Hand up, right here. 3, 2, 1. All right, I want you to make a note. Set a weight down on the side that you just did. So for me, that was my left, all right? Make a note, because now we're coming down to the mat. We're gonna get that other side in a minute, all right? We're gonna get some core. Here's what we got. We're here, right side only. I'm gonna do 1 row. I'm gonna do a knee. 1 row and knee. 30 seconds there, then I'm gonna switch to my left, all right? We'll get a little stretch for our wrist in between, okay? So strong in the back, take the knee across to really get the core working as well. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1, row and knee. And of course, if you need to, you can do this from the knees. You can do row and lift, or row and knee, up to you. And across. And across. Feel that core working hard to stabilize, trying to keep those hips and shoulders square. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, stretch your wrist. You're gonna get same thing other side. Then we got that step up, all right? So stretch. Other side, row. If you need to do it on your knees, it's gonna be a row and a leg lift. If you can be from the plank, you've got a row and then a cross, all right? Strong in that core, strong in your back. Get ready. Bringing it up for 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And across. And across. Oh, this one's harder for me, I know. I'm having one of those days, and I remind you guys of this a lot, where everything feels heavier and harder. It does not mean that I lost all my strength, right? It means it's hard because I'm working over. It means I'm having one of those days, and it could be dependent on a lot of things, but I'm gonna push through in the way that's good for me today. Stretch it back. Woo! All right, team. Breathe. All right, so we're going to that other side. I'm gonna give you a second to catch your breath, right? A lot of things working here. Breathe. Step up again. So again, if you don't have the step, reverse lunge, and then reverse lunge and knee, If you do have the step, reverse lunge, and then drive it up with or without your weights. All right, strong in the legs, strong in the upper body. We're getting done. In 3, 2, 1. Step up strong, slowly down. Or reverse lunge, slowly down, up to you. Whatever you have in this moment to give. You do not have to go fast. You're working hard either way. Breathe. Yes. Are you ready? Let's drive that knee up. Here we go. Either on the step up or a reverse lunge. Knee, slow, power up. Yes, you can. Woo! Breathe. Huh. Yes. 5 seconds. Can we get 2 more good ones? 3, 2, 1. And relax. Yes, team. Set those weights to the side. I know. Breathe. Woo. You did it, team. I know normally we have a bonus move, but that was the whole bonus circuit, right? Those step ups, the row, and the cross, getting it done. How are we feeling? I know. To me too, it feels like, oh, maybe there's one more thing. There's not, don't worry. Let's take it up and over our head, big stretch, over. I know you're still catching your breath, so just really think about the breathing. If you can, in through the nose, out through the mouth. That just helps regulate your system. But maybe your heart rate's up a lot like mine is. That is okay, reach it over. Leave me a comment, I wanna hear from you. How did you feel with this type of workout? We often, I should say, do something where we build as we go, so you always have options. Let's take those knees out right through here. And also, I think it's a little more helpful, one, to get that heart rate building slowly, like we do with Metcon, so we're still able to keep good form in our strength exercises, right? So we're not going fast to get the heart rate up. We're being specific and we're going heavy, right? That is what it's about. Quality over quantity, always. Form over speed. We want to get the muscles working in the right way. We want to be safe. We want to be effective. We want to get the job done quick, right? So leave me a comment, leave me a like, let me know how you're feeling. If you haven't, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. That helps me be able to keep making these free workouts for you. Woo! All right, team, catch your breath. Hands on top of the legs, roll through cat-cow. If you're feeling spicy, you wanna add another swing, go for it, but otherwise, we got it done. Thank you so much for joining me. Check out all the links in the description. Join us in the BodyFit Athletic Club, our private membership. I would love to get to know you better. Let's get one big deep breath in and out. You did it. That was your Dumbbell Power Metcon workout. Great job, everybody.